You don't have a problem. You have a puzzle. You don't have a problem. You have a puzzle. I know there's a lot going on right now, and we think they're all problems, but it's just one big puzzle for you to put together. Recently, I went into a flare, just the beginning of it, and I knew I was going to, and I was diagnosed as ulcerative colitis. So I called my doctor and I told her so that I can get a poop test to see where my inflammation markers are at. And then I took some steroids to put it down right away, because I knew if I didn't, it would escalate really rapidly and fast. And these are the obstacles that I would face if I didn't put it down right away. And then I asked for answers to guide me to my answers now and put together this solution. And before, I would get so in a panic mode about it, but I'm actually more calm. So intuitively, a acupuncturist who does muscle testing came into my field, and I went to check up on her. And when she did the muscle testing, she said I was highly triggered by eggs, and then also avocados, turmeric, spinach, cashews, all the good stuff, right? And a list of others. But I also know that I need to get other sources of validation as well, not just go one. So a friend who also does muscle testing, but she uses these vials, helped me out. And she took an hour and a half where we did this process, and she validated the eggs. She actually said the eggs were good for me, okay now. However, there's this other thing in it. It's called immunoglobulin or something. I don't know the terms correctly, but that's in the egg yolk. That would be a problem for me. And so to avoid it altogether. And then this is the list that I have. Matcha green tea, almond milk, spinach, bell peppers, arugula. All the things that I've been loving, that I've been doing a lot of lately. And so my body somehow went into the reverse of a panic mode, and these foods that would normally be good are not good. So I had to reevaluate what I'm doing right now and find another way. And at first I was really mad, but then I had to do the work around it to turn it into passion, and also know that this is an opportunity for me to find another way, another path, and just, it's the next part of the terrain of the adventure that I had to adjust to, instead of expecting the terrain to adjust to me. Things change all the time. So perhaps right now in your life, things are changing. Embrace this, that you get to do this, and know that it didn't take your life away from you, because that's your control and your ego, but it's actually giving you your life. This reminds me of this saying in the movie The Chronicles of Narnia. I believe it's the third one. And Prince Caspian, at the end, he gets a choice of like leaving the land that he's the king of now, or to this other promised land of that's, I can't remember the lion's name. But then he said, I was so focused on what was taken away from me instead of focused on what was given to me. So perhaps right now that's you. You're so focused on what is taken away from you, but instead of what is given. And everything, there is a gift in it. You are the gift too, okay? And this is my anchoring piece, that to live in the present, that everything's a present, because you got to put a bow on a present, right? And that everything's a gift. There's a gift in your problems right now, which is the puzzle. There's a gift that there's a path. There's a gift that there's going to be new people, new solutions, new doorways that will open for you, if you choose to see it that way. And so instead of like being mad about not being able to have almond milk, I was like, you know what? I really love walnut milk, and especially with rose. And I learned this from my Skinny 60 program, which is a gut anti-inflammation program with my friend Tess Masters, that has really revolutionized the way that I eat, the cook, and simplified foods and healing foods, and loving different techniques and flavors. And so I was like, oh, I used to make that. It only really takes 5 minutes. It's just, and you can make any kind of milk actually, with like 6 cups of water and then 1 cup of that nut, blending it in for a minute. And then it's best if you can strain it. And then when I squeeze the bag, I squeeze in love, I squeeze in healing, I squeeze in better metabolism, I squeeze in absorption, I squeeze in joy. And so changing everything into a ritual that you get to do it. Oh, and by the way, this is Barry, my dragon. Sometimes I use Barry to meditate, and yeah, he actually sits on the shoulder, but if I do this green screen, you don't see him. And so he actually also turns his head, and he does that through all like this thing right here. So I do this to have his hand or his head go up and down, and then this. This is such a fun party favor. I got it at the Renaissance Festival with Bella, and this is her pet dragon and our pet dragon. And at first she named it Barry, and then she changed the name to Violet, and so I am changing it to Violet Berry. Violet Berry. Yeah, so tell me which name that you like, or if I should just combine the two. But make everything fun, make everything an adventure, and remember to choose the more empowering thought and question everything. Because all of those things that you think are good for you could be infobesity, where it's like information overload, but maybe it's not good for you, it's good for someone else, but test it. The only way you will know is if you test it and you do it several times, documenting it. How did that make me feel? What were the side effects a few hours later? The next day, maybe 2 days, because if your body's sensitive, like mine is, I need to get the facts, I need to get the data. The data shows up, and then it's how you interpret the data. Be sure that you get resources that help you to see the truth, because when you are in it, you are the container, and you cannot see the answers. Only you can heal yourself, and you can choose. However, when you are the container, you need other observations as well. And you need to calm that nervous system down. You gotta calm that nervous system down and the adrenal glands. So I hope that this helps you find your solutions, putting the pieces of the puzzle together, whatever problem that you have. Remember, you don't have a problem, you have a puzzle. May you be free, may you find peace, may you have grace and courage, and then affirm, I am well, I am whole, I am well, I am whole, I am safe. I'm gonna figure this out.